Hello, thank you for joining us on step 7 of my journey to transformation. Today we are going to talk about spiritual disciplines.
Yes, you may be thinking, oh no, not discipline. But if you think about it, in order to achieve or excel at anything, whether it's a lawyer, doctor, athlete, musician, parent, student, or business owner, discipline is needed.
That's right. Children are trained and disciplined by their parents to walk, talk, brush their teeth. They go to school for many years to learn to read and write, do math, etc. So you see, in order to accomplish anything in life, discipline is required.
That's right. Any person who excels as an athlete, musician, or in any area doesn't achieve excellence just by showing up at the game or concert and doing their best.
Yeah.
To reach high levels of success requires a daily investment and sacrifice of time and energy to prepare the mind and body by giving everything they have to total preparation.
Yes. We submit to discipline and preparation that trains the body with habits that develop strength, endurance, and precision and allows us to excel.
And these abilities aren't maintained or produced in moments of performance, but in routine, daily effort of proper diet, exercise, rest, study, practice, and precise training.
Yes.
And we submit to discipline because it reaps great reward.
Yes. We may look at the accomplishment of others and wish that we could be like them, but we don't often realize the sacrifice and discipline required for their achievement.
Yeah, or we may realize it, but we're not willing to enter the process of training and discipline required to reap the harvest we desire.
Yeah.
The title of this class is Spiritual Disciplines. You may ask, what is a spiritual discipline?
Well, sometimes when we hear the word discipline, we think of it in a negative context like punishment or something difficult that we dread.
Discipline in the spiritual context, as defined by Webster's Dictionary, is training that corrects, molds, or perfects the mental faculties or moral character. It's to train or develop by instruction, exercise, or practice.
I think that's worth repeating, Susan.
Okay? Discipline is training that corrects, molds, or perfects the mental faculties or moral character. It's to train or develop by instruction, exercise, or practice.
I still didn't get the whole thing. I need to continue.
Write it down and meditate on it because meditation is a spiritual discipline. Okay, we learned in step 1, new life in Christ, that at salvation we become a new creation. But there's a process required for us to understand and live as a new creation.
Yeah. Salvation is an event that happened one time, but transformation is a process.
Yes, just like there's a process of metamorphosis for a caterpillar to change into and live from its true and ultimate identity as a butterfly.
Yeah. The caterpillar doesn't do anything but rest in the cocoon as the transformation process is taking place.
Yes, but once he becomes a butterfly, the caterpillar needs to learn to think and live differently. He's not a caterpillar anymore. He has wings now, and he needs to enter into the practice of discipline to learn to fly, or he'll continue to crawl like a caterpillar because that's all he's ever known.
Yeah. And as a butterfly or new creation, we must align, or he must align his thinking, right? With his new identity and begin the discipline and practice of learning to fly.
Yeah. And when we are born again, we're spiritual babies who need to grow through a process of retraining our body and soul, which includes renewing our mind to the truth about how to live from our new identity.
Salvation doesn't just have or save us from hell and forgive our sinful behavior. At salvation, we are reconnected back to God.
Yes, we're reconnected back to God, but since we were born, we've lived disconnected from God. And now, like the butterfly who lived his whole life as a caterpillar, we need to learn a new way of living with God's Spirit guiding us.
Yes. Our journey after salvation is to see and align our body and soul, which is mind, will, and emotion, with who we truly are and our new identity as a new creation in Christ. Spiritual disciplines are an important part of that process that help us on our journey.
So if the butterfly doesn't spread his wings and learn to fly and live as a butterfly, but just continues living as a caterpillar, he will never fully live from his true identity.
In the same way, as we new creation in Christ, spiritual disciplines train our body and soul, mind, will, and emotion to live from our new identity and the abundance life we have been given in Christ.
1 Corinthians 9:27 says, I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Spiritual disciplines do require intention, and at first they may seem counterintuitive and difficult to practice as a habit, since we've lived most of our life since birth not practicing them.
Yeah. The Bible promised that our training and discipline will reap rewards and benefit, not only in this life, but in the life to come.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 4:7-9 says, train yourself to be godly. In the Amplified, it says, keep yourself spiritually fit. Physical training is good, but training for godliness is much better, promising benefits in this life and in the life to come. And then it says, this is a trustworthy saying, and everyone should accept it. So everybody should do spiritual training, discipline.
Join us in the next portion as we continue to learn about spiritual disciplines and training for new and abundant life in Christ.